Cozy, man. Don't you think it's pretty cringe how Donald Trump violated the First Amendment?
Um,
How?
how's he violating the First Amendment?
Yeah, like in AUP v.
How?
Marco Rubio. You know how the court came to determination he was violating the First Amendment rights of legal immigrants here on 4-year work visas and student visas. Pretty cringe, right?
What?
So
No,
they don't belong
how
here.
will those rights being violated? Is my question.
They detained those people on the basis of speech that was part of the First Amendment, specifically pro
When
Palestinian
did this
speech.
occur?
When this occurred? What, like September is when the ruling came out? Correct?
Okay, why were they detained? What was the reason that they were detained? What were they saying? Like, what was it? Terroristic
Well, like
threats?
for an example, Ramesa Ozturk, she was a student at Tufts University, and she wrote in her school's local newspaper, telling the president that
Mhm.
she wanted her to divest from Israel.
She
Okay.
shouldn't have rhetoric.
And she
like
was
that.
arrested and charged for this? Like,
She was
put in jail?
detained. They had it revoked, and they tried to deport her.
Sir, there must be more to this.
Nope, that was it. You can look at the case; it's pretty insane. That's what the court's really against him.
I mean, if she was detained and immediately released, yeah.
Wait, I think
Yeah,
hold on,
it's
that was
immediately
really
released. She was
important.
detained for months.
Wait, scratch. That
Huh?
was really important. Pimp, you said there must be more to this. If there wasn't more to this, what would your opinion be?
Yeah, because a lot of these students they go on protest and they say, "Oh,
No, that wasn't my question,
Not
Pimp.
these
I just want you to
students.
answer.
Not of these students.
Pimp,
They
I
say a
want
lot of things.
just this question
These
real quick,
students
Pimp.
are woke. These students are woke."
You said there must be more to this. If this was all the story was, what would your opinion be? Like if there was no other sort of contention.
There's more to it. There's more to it.
I'm saying if there wasn't more to it.
I gotta see the fact.
Well, Pimp
I can't
Dad, how
believe
would
it.
you feel if you didn't have breakfast this morning?
I don't know. I get
That's not the
hungry.
equivalent.
Pimp Dad's not a real person. I don't think he knows the 3 branches of government.
It's legislative, executive, and your mother's a whore.
Oh, yeah.
He almost got
Wow,
there.
he got
Just about there.
Everyone
A
seems
zinger.
cool.
I'm a libtard. I got you. You didn't get the third one right.
No, I'll say
Zinger.
that was a base. You based, yeah. That was
What's
base, Pimp.
everyone's politics
All right,
in there? I'm
what's the
far right.
largest
What are
word
you?
in the American
serious.
dictionary?
Wait, hold
You
on,
asked the
Kuzi.
same question in the other
What
live.
is
It's
the
like some.
largest
Wait, I have a
It's like a
question for Kuzi,
cancer or
guys.
something, right?
All right, then.
I did.
So
Hey,
if I
wait,
said it
hold
so
on,
many
Kuzi.
times, learn how to say it.
Kuzi,
Lucas.
Because
Yeah.
it's a I got you.
shut up,
libtard
Pimp. I'm
type
gonna
shit.
kick you if you don't shut up, okay? Kuzi, you said, well, she was released right away. Do you think it's okay to detain citizens without
wasn't
like
released
the
right
proper? Yeah, as
Oh,
long as
no,
they get
no,
released right away.
Citizens should not be detained, but ICE is not doing that. The left loves to shout, ICE is detaining American citizens, yet they can show zero facts.
What a
on what actually
non-answer. What a
happening.
complete pivot from what I said. Do you think it's okay to detain citizens as long as you just release them right away?
They're privileged to be in our
Well,
land.
you got to
Here's what the court said. For all the reasons, this court finds as a fact and concludes as a matter of law, Secretaries Noem and Rubio and their several agents and subordinates acting in concert to misuse the sweeping powers of their respective offices to target non-citizen Palestinians for deportation, primarily on the account of their First Amendment protected political speech. They did so in order to strike fear into similarly situated non-citizen pro-Palestinian individuals, proactively and effectively curbing lawful pro-Palestinian speech and intentionally denying such individuals, including the plaintiffs here, the freedom of speech that is their right. Moreover, the effect of these targeted deportation proceedings continues unconstitutionally to chill freedom of speech to this day. That's a pretty yikesy.
Scratch, I don't want to even move forward with Kuzi until this is because it was like a
No,
simple
we're
yes
still
or no
over it.
question.
Same.
Like,
What's the question?
yep. So do you think it's okay to detain citizens as long as you just release them right away?
No, you have to do a crime to be. No, there would have to be a crime.
What was that answer?
These are illegal. Not a
Illegal,
citizen.
yes. Illegal, yeah, 100%. You could be detained, and you should be if you're illegal, because you don't have the same rights and the protections as American
Holy
citizens.
shit! Dude, wait. Does everyone remember when I said legal 4 times at the start of this conversation?
Yeah, this person wasn't illegal.
I don't know. Like, I've literally resorted to saying legal 4 times every time I talk about the subject, so people understand.
Okay,
But for
they
some
were
reason, it still
legal.
pivots on
If
to
they
illegal.
were legal and they were just speaking speech, speech is every speech, even hate speech, is protected under the First Amendment.
Yeah,
Speech you do not like is protected under the First Amendment.
I agree.
Except terroristic speech. You can't say I'm going to blow this up or blow that up or I'm going to kill you. You can't say that. As long as that wasn't being said, everything else is
I
protected.
know, it's pretty
under-
cringe. Your president was trying to suppress
Based,
that speech.
all right, based Kuzi, based leftist
Susie,
Kuzi.
I'm
Let's
glad you. I'm
go.
glad you concede.
Do
And
you
by the
agree with
way,
me?
there's not just one court case. There's been 3 separate court cases. There's been 4 separate court cases actually, where the administration been found to be in violation of First Amendment rights. So it's not very good. It's not very good. It's pretty cringe, actually.
If y'all start talking about J6, tag me in.
J6, I
J6.
think the left blows that day out of proportion like no other.
Okay, this is my time to shine. I'm about to prove to you, Scratch.
I remember J6. The gas
This
prices
is my
were
line, bro.
$2.
Okay? I don't prove you. I prove myself.
Okay,
Let me
Kuzi.
stop.
We should let's not get away from the First Amendment thing. I think we gotta let's.
I think we
on that
hammered
for
it
a little
in.
bit.
But, yeah.
What kind of
So Kuzi, is that like I need to hear it. I
My
need to
balls
hear it,
just
though.
went blue.
What do you
Kuzi,
mean,
so
Lucas?
is that bad that the Trump administration did this then?
I think it's great.
Well, the Trump administration didn't do it. It may have been a mistake by an officer in it. Like, I mean, there's mistakes done by. I mean, Trump didn't go up to this person and detain them, and like
Kristi Noem and Marco Rubio, the Secretary of.
They didn't even do it. They had
Se-
one of their officers do it.
No,
Oh,
no,
wait, so it
Secretary.
wasn't-
Here. Wait. Let me just read the defendants because these are the people who are being accused. Marco
Wait,
Rubio,
so Scratch.
Kristi Noem, Todd Loynes, Donald J. Trump.
Wait, Scratch. No, he's saying that Marco Rubio and Kristi Noem didn't do it directly. They had their officers
Really?
do
Have,
it.
wait,
so
have you
therefore,
read the case?
There's no way somebody could do millions.
No,
and
I'm
millions
actually- I'm
of
wondering.
cases.
There's a lot of other important things, but this case. What's so important about this?
Have you?
Case,
I don't know, like, why you're speaking on like what Marco Rubio and Kristi Noem did when you haven't even read the case that they're involved in. Not just what
Sir,
Trump is involved
nobody.
in.
Sir, nobody
talking
could
about
do
stuff out of
millions and
knowledge.
millions of cases.
You're saying stuff to try and protect your daddy Trump. Reality is, reason Donald Trump places the plaintiff is because his executive orders inspire certain actions from people under him, particularly Secretary of DHS and Secretary of State Kristi Noem and Marco Rubio, to take unconstitutional actions against the First Amendment rights of non-citizens who are here legally. And that's what the courts came to determination of.
You just said non-citizens.
Yeah, who are here legally.
So is it non or are they citizens?
you can be a
They're
legal
non-citizens,
immigrant
they
and
don't
a
have rights.
non-citizen. You
Okay,
can be a
so
legal
they are
immigrant and a
citizens.
non-citizen.
So they were illegal.
No, they were
you're
illegal.
saying
No,
they're
They're illegal.
That's
yeah,
not
they
how
don't
that
have rights.
works.
They're not protected then.
Oh my God, no!
They
They're
were
but you
legal
can be a legal-
non-citizens, like a green card holder, a legal permanent resident, not a citizen, but somebody here legally, or somebody who on a
Well,
visa,
that's a different
not a
story,
citizen, a non-citizen, but somebody here legally. Okay,
That's
Yeah.
a different story.
how's that?
Wait,
different?
so-
Non-citizen
no,
does
it's
not
not a
mean a
different
legal
story.
immigrant.
Oh,
Wait,
What?
Kuzi, wait, hold on. Just so I know we're operating in the same realm, right? You know people can be in the United States legally and be non-citizens, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, of
Yes.
course.
Okay, perfect. So there should be no issue here then.
There isn't. I mean, there's a lot of important issues going on. I mean, am I the only MAGA person in here? The only Trump? I'm just curious.
Nope, you got Pimp Daddy on your side, and he's not doing a real good job though.
Daddy.
His basketball team sucks.
I
Well,
don't know.
no,
Let's
I'm
get
not a
some mega infighting.
bandwagoner.
Go
Well, I'm not a
Steelers.
bandwagoner like you.
You don't even
I've
know
been
what
a Knicks-
team I support. When you call him
I've been a
bandwagon,
Knicks fan for 30 years.
You been a what?
I
You been a
support
what?
this team.
bitch, I support the Dallas Cowboys. You call me a bandwagon. Okay?
All right, you're a
Dallas
bandwagoner.
Cowboys.
You live in San Antonio.
I live in Dallas.
So why do you support Dallas?
Oh,
They
talking
suck.
points joined.
If I live in Dallas, why do I support
Oh my
Dallas?
gosh,
I don't
okay.
know.
Oh,
I
alright,
said
this
they
is so
suck.
dumb.
Why you
Shut
why
up.
you support them?
Kuzi.
They suck.
Okay,
Hold on, I want
just
to
said
talk to
that to
Kuzi about
me.
this. Kuzi,
But
you
the
said
thing
it
is-
wasn't
but the-
Marco Rubio, Kristi Noem, or Trump.
But
It
the
was
thing
just
is,
like
the Knicks are actually good.
I'm gonna, bro. Shut up, please.
things happen. I mean, if this person was an American citizen and they were detained and they were just speaking freedom of speech, yeah, they should not have been detained because that's their right to speak freedom of speech. But I'm
Okay,
not
but
going
they
to
were
blame Trump for that. I mean,
okay,
it was
Why?
but they,
probably a mistake, and it was.
but if they
that
do
person
hate
could
speech,
sue.
they
It
don't
wasn't. The
belong here.
court gave a determination it was purposely to chill free speech.
Huh?
The court came to the determination it was purposely to chill the free speech of
So,
pro-Palestinians.
so he's saying you guys are getting mad for one person?
No, the court case I'm talking about, we just referenced one example, Ramesa Ozturk. It realistically involves hundreds of plaintiffs.
Well, I mean, it's not being reported on. I mean, I don't know how big.
I
of
don't
an
care.
issue-
Okay, there's something not being
I don't know
reported
how
on.
big
It's
of an
not
issue
It
important.
this
really, it
is,
really isn't.
because I don't
It's
hear
like-
American citizens being detained all. That just doesn't happen. I mean, I believe ICE is doing what they got to
Do
do.
we so we don't care about the rights of people who are here illegally, who are immigrants?
Sir,
We don't care
if
about
you
that?
No,
deport
legally,
one-
they have no rights. If you're an illegal,
I said
you have no
legally.
rights.
Holy shit! I said that.
All right, so if you deport 1 million people and one gets under the crack, big freaking
It
deal.
wasn't one
Yes.
get at the crack. It was a purposeful policy to try and suppress the speech of Palestinians. The court literally, I read it out to you.
Kuzi,
Why
you
would
said
they go
something.
after
The
this
speech of
person?
pro-
Well, what speech
Palestinians.
were they saying?
Also,
You said some. Wait, Kuzi, you said something. I want to make sure that you still believe that.
Yes.
You said it wasn't Trump, Marco Rubio, or Kristi Noem. It was some sort of officer. Just it wasn't them that directly did that.
Yeah. And like I said, it isn't even that big of an issue because it was probably a mistake that happened, a terrible mistake that should not happen, but it was a mistake. And
Oh wait,
I'm
all
not
right, yeah.
gonna
So yeah, wait,
bash
hold on,
Trump
real
for
quick.
one
Like,
mistake.
how do you even know that? You haven't read the case, dude. You're
Wait,
saying
Kuzi,
shit.
Kuzi. No, hold on, scratch. This
He's
is
just saying
important.
he
This is
doesn't know
important.
anything. He doesn't know
Because
anything.
I know
Kuzi.
Trump acts in good faith, and I
you're
know that
carrying
Trump-
water
Kuzi.
for the orange
Just
man.
trust.
Sir,
He's
he's
just
trying to
being
say
a
if
bootlicker.
1 million. He's
Oh my
trying to
God,
say
I
if
have the
1
best
million
point. I have the
people-
best point.
Go ahead,
Kuzi.
Lucas.
So if it was an officer and not Trump or Marco Rubio or Kristi Noem, would that be any different from an SS officer operating the gas chambers? It's not Schmittler directly doing it, but
I
it's
love
the
World War
officers
II
doing
history
it.
too. But some people on the left love going back to World War II. Listen, I love World War II history too. I studied it. I read books. I know a lot about it. It's
Okay,
one of my
non-answer. That's what I was
favorite
expecting.
topics.
Just want to get that out there, though.
God.
But we're not Germany. We are America. We do things our own way here. You know, I believe communists are the worst people in the world. Communists are worse than fascists. They're worse than
What's
monarchy. They're
communism?
worse than every other form.
What's communism?
What is communism?
No
You know how many
iPhone.
times I get asked this?
Oh my God.
Scratches when no iPhone.
Can you
What
give
is
me
it?
the?
Communism is seizing the means of production, and pretty much everyone is equal. Everyone works for the same cause. Everyone works directly, pretty much directly for the state.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's
Communism
a.
is
And communism has killed
communism
more
is
people than
stateless.
any. You could look this up. Communism has killed more
communist
people
stateless,
than any
mindless,
ideology
classless society.
in world
There
history.
is no state.
How did we shift from illegal immigrants to communists?
Because he decided to
Well,
pivot
because,
there, and I decided to engage, and he doesn't.
communism
Obviously,
far
he's
leftist
describing
ideas
he's
are
describing
all
like
rooted
this
in the
communism is the
same
worst ideology.
side
He
of
doesn't
the
even know what it
political
is.
spectrum.
Yo, right now
Kinda
Lucas
funny.
is contending for my second place king behind Destiny. Right now.
Why?
Keep going, Lucas.
Put on a shirt.
Anyways,
can't grind
let's
it.
get to let's talk about January 6th. So I think it's like pretty bad how Donald Trump literally tried to soft coup the government on January 6th. It's like pretty obvious he made a bunch of fake electors. He had his cronies like Sidney Powell, Sidney Powell,
January
Kenneth
6th wasn't a
Cheeseborough,
bad
and what?
January 6th is blown out of proportion by a lot on
Okay,
the
what?
left.
No,
We'll
it's
see.
not.
Blown
No,
out
it's
of
not.
proportion.
No, it's not. Donald Trump
He
in
said-
his
he
in his
said
group of
everybody go-
in his group of crackpot lawyers. It was like Pence called them, right? Or I think it was
Well,
like
he
gang of
said
crackpot lawyers.
peacefully.
Gang of crackpot
He said-
lawyers, right? Sidney Powell, Kevin Cheeseborough, John Eastman, right? They made fake electors in all 7 swing states. John Eastman drafted up a memo. Oh, actually, 2 memos.
Yeah.
Explained how to use those fake electors to subvert the
Yeah.
2020 election on
Keep
J6.
cooking.
And
Well,
Mike
I believe
Pence said-
2020
decided-
was stolen. I mean, but I don't look back in the past anymore. We're past. that.
Wait, Kuzi.
What, you don't think
I
it's
love
important
every
if
time
the
you bring up
president-
J6
wait,
is what
he
they
said-
do.
Wait, I just want to be clear. Do you
peacefully
think it's important to
protest.
establish if the current president of the United States tried to coup the government in 2020? Do you think that's like an important
He said
deal? or not?
I don't
peacefully
think he tried to coup
protest.
the
Everybody
government.
go
I
home.
believe Pence is a
Night-
traitor.
Do you think it would be important? Do you think it's important to try and establish if or if not the president coup the government in 2020? I think that's something we should probably.
He said
allow.
peacefully
According
protest
to the
and
majority
go
of
home.
America, he did not because he
I don't
won
care
and-
what if the majority of America
we
says
have an
it's okay to
election
murder.
denier.
If the majority of America says okay to murder, you think murder would be okay?
Sir, he said
mean,
No,
it's not
obviously not. Just because the
morally,
majority of
no.
America thinks something
Morally,
is
no,
true.
murder's
So
not
once, so
okay.
wait, so once again, right? And you can't, and you haven't, and you probably aren't going to refute any of this. This is absolutely true, right? Kenneth Chesebro and Sidney Powell literally pled guilty to like falsifying electors in Georgia, right? John Eastman, you can literally go and read the Eastman memos. He
Disbarred.
specifically,
They just,
all of them
they just
disbarred.
found out
specifically
Georgia
said
was
in the
cheating.
Eastman memo to violate the ECA, the Electoral Count Act, right? It literally says directly to violate the law. And then there's direct
Georgia
implication
just-
of Trump in it when he was on call with John Eastman and the chair of the RNC at the time, literally cooking up these fake electors.
No,
Like-
they
Sir, they just
violated the
found
law by
fraud
stealing
in
the
Georgia.
election in the
Okay.
first place.
There's no
I believe
point in
2020
arguing with
was
Kuzi
stolen.
because you'll never change his mind on this. But Pimp,
Kuzi, okay, wait, Kuzi, what's the evidence of outcome determinative election fraud? Go ahead.
There's plenty of evidence.
Give
out
it.
there. I could see
Go.
the link
Whatever.
upon links.
Go.
Just
What's the evidence? What's the evidence? Go
Look it
ahead.
up. 20. In my honest opinion and research, the 2020 election.
What's the evidence? Go ahead, Kuzi.
Should have been Trump's.
like
What's
them
the evidence?
62 court cases
Oh.
Trump lost on evidence and standing.
True.
Real quick, Kuzi.
First of all,
Let me
the
help you
judicial
out.
system is so effed. It's unbelievable.
Wait, Kuzi, let me help you out. Have you seen the video in Georgia of them like stuffing ballots in the box? Like, if you know what I'm talking about, have you seen that one? Like on
Yeah,
Fox
that was
News?
the Democrats. Yes,
You should
I
be
saw
ashamed.
that.
Where
That
do
was
you
the
live?
Democrat.
Answer the question. Where do you live, bro? In your mom's pussy.
Okay.
Oh,
First of all, here's the good thing.
continue,
Why in
continue.
2020? Look at the numbers.
Yeah.
Why
All the
did
courts look at the numbers too, by the way.
15%
Yep.
more
This was all in
people
court,
vote
yep.
in the 2020 election
Yep.
than in any other election?
All of this was in court, and guess what
American
happened?
history?
All of this was
Why?
brought up in court. Guess what happened? I want you to take a guess on what happened in 62 court cases, Kuzi, where all the things you said were brought up by the Trump team, and guess what happened in court?
First of all,
They lost
It doesn't
62
tell the
times.
truth all
0
the
and
time.
62.
I
I've
don't
never
think
seen a
Trump
worse
should
record in my
they are
life.
liberal.
been,
0 and 62.
he's not a felon in my
They are
eyes.
liberal
I believe he was
judges.
convicted by a
Yo,
bias.
Kuzi, you want to respond to the
biased
argument?
court. They were persecuting him.
You want to respond
Wait,
to the
Kuzi.
court argument?
Oh, actually, no, Pearson, real quick. Pearson, sorry, real quick. Kuzi, so you don't think Trump's a felon?
That's a kangaroo court.
Wait, Pimp, shut up. Kuzi, you don't think Trump is a felon?
Me?
No, Kuzi. You there?
I'm here.
So you don't think Trump is a felon in your eyes?
No, he isn't.
Okay, all right. So you said no. What were his felonies?
Made up charges.
Yeah, no, Kuzi. I want Kuzi to answer this. Do you know what his felonies even were?
I didn't even look because none of them are correct.
You don't even know.
God.
what
If
his
you didn't even
felonies
look,
were.
He
how
doesn't
would
have
you
any.
know
This
those
guy, keep in mind, this guy
charges?
thinks.
Like,
This guy
pick
thinks
on
it's
that.
2020.
He's a
This
freaking
guy
SL,
thinks the
you
20.
think
This guy thinks the
Harold, she's
2020
buying a
election.
whole
This guy thinks the 2020 election was stolen. He has no evidence for it.
It
Tell
was
me any
stolen.
evidence of why
He
it
doesn't
happened.
even know what he
He
was
doesn't know what the
charged with,
charges
bro.
are for a court case. He's saying it was a kangaroo court. I bet he doesn't
Yeah,
even know what
he was-
district it was filed in.
You're
That's
slurping
the-
up
Sir,
that
getting
Tim
a blowjob
Pool,
is not a crime.
that Tim Pool white substance underneath Tim Pool's desk. You're slurping it up so hard right now, Kuzi.
Whoa. Okay,
Getting
let's
a
not mention.
blowjob is
Okay,
not,
wait,
is
we're not trying to
a
mention
crime.
Tim Pool right now because I don't look like him. I'm the black Tim Pool currently, minus the Russia payments.
Kuzi,
we're
like I
watching
just
the
think
rise
that's
of the
crazy.
American Empire.
I think
someone
that's
said
crazy
we're
that you
watching
can
the
say.
downfall. We're watching the rise of the American
Okay.
Empire.
Kuzi, do you not think it's problematic that you say Trump is innocent, but you don't even know what he was charged with?
Because it's all
I
made
don't know
up.
off the top of my head, but I know what the
Falsifying
what was
business
going on.
records.
remember
I
reading,
know
like,
it off the
crap
top of my
ton
head.
about
We
it
all
and
do.
Right,
being
so
like,
that's-
this is all
th-
BS.
So that's paperwork. That's a misdemeanor.
perpetrated by the left, perpetrated by the far left to try to bring Trump down. And he,
Oh my
remember, he was
gosh! Like, do you do any?
convicted.
It's literally, dude. This is the only time it's valid. It's literally just rhetoric. You're not saying
He
it.
was-
This
he was
is
Scratch,
nothing
did I
substantive
not say
about
this
either
was
of
the
you say. You
easiest?
don't
York
know what
is
the charges are. You
very
don't know anything about the court
leftist.
case.
Why
So how
is
can you
it
say
the
it was a
Al Capone?
biased court case?
Because
It
it's
was
ridiculous.
biased. It was,
Okay,
it was done in New
Wait,
York
wait,
City.
wait. Okay, wait. Who was the AG who like originally investigated Trump on these things?
That woke judge, that Colombian judge,
That
No, I'm
woke
asking, who was
Colombian
it?
judge. Wow.
the one that got hired just for
You
this
don't
case.
even know. How can you say this is a political persecution if you don't even know people who investigated and then charged
don't even
Donald
know.
Trump?
Biden was at the top of it. He told the
Koozie,
people,
you
"Vote
don't. You
Trump,"
guys
and they
don't
did.
know.
Wait,
who
are
That
these
never
state or
happened.
federal?
brought the charges
Are
up.
these state or
Colombian
federal
judge.
charges?
Well, the ones from New York were state. They were state charges.
Is Biden a part of the federal or state government?
Well, Biden at the time was federal.
Well, he told the
Yeah,
states
so
to
how
put
can he
persecute
tell
them.
he's
Well,
a part of the federal
He
government?
did. He
Wait,
did.
Scratch.
He
Oh.
It's a
did.
political. It's a
He
political
wanted to take
trial.
Trump down.
Does not know who the AG is. Does not know what the charges are.
So y'all are
Because I don't
complaining.
care because Trump's innocent.
Y'all are
It's just the
falsely.
left trying to
Oh
go
my
after
god, I
Trump.
gotta go. I love you
It's
guys.
actually just
Why is
rhetoric.
it
There's
that-
literally nothing.
Why is it that?
Scratch, you're
why
about to
is
see
it-
so much water carrying
Sir.
when I ask this question. So
Sir,
y'all
host,
are
why-
well, first of all, it's a false claim that you're saying Biden directed the state to prosecute Trump, which there's no evidence for that. But let's just assume that's true. So y'all have a problem with that, but do you have a problem with Trump literally tweeting at his attorney general to go prosecute these
No.
certain people?
Because as Trump said, I was the hunted, now I'm the hunter. We're
Okay, so
going
here,
back-
yep, there's the
Exactly.
water carrying. There's the
You guys
hypocrisy.
try to
We're going back
unalive him
after
3
you. The left
times.
will never have
And you guys
control of
try
this
to
country
arrest him
again.
like-
So basically,
And we will
Cozy, what you're
fight
telling
back.
Cozy, basically what you're telling me is that you're an unprincipled hack who doesn't have any actual principles that he sets for both sides. And
I have
whenever
convictions
when
for both.
when the left does something, it's super bad and it's biased against Donald Trump. When Trump does that thing, oh, now it's good and it's justified and it's based.
Well,
You guys try to
opened the
unalive
can
him
of
3
worms up.
times.
Yeah,
And
wait, do you
we
think
run
it's not?
this
Wait,
country
this is
now.
super. Nobody should operate like this ever. One person's wrong. Like this is literally everybody says this. This is like an old person saying two
No,
wrongs don't make a
because-
two wrongs don't make a right. Right? You shouldn't.
No,
you shouldn't
because-
use what the left does wrong as a jumping off point and a justification
All right,
for
but-
what
but
Trump
let
does
me
even
answer
worse.
that.
That's what unprincipled
right.
hacks like you know.
Well, the
do,
thing
okay?
they're
Control
claiming the
the
left
nation
did
now,
wrong
so
isn't
Okay,
even
but if
true.
you
you
let
guys,
this go,
we'll make
it
sure
will always
the left
happen.
never controls this nation again.
The what? The left controls this nation? If the
We
left
will make
controls
sure the
this
left
nation,
never
how did
controls
they
this
let
nation
Donald
again.
Trump win in 24?
He
Because
won
you
in
guys control the
2024
media.
because People
What
realize
the-
there's
Time to
in this
TV.
country.
If the left controls the media and they're like these trans Tifa
ABC
terminators over here that control everything.
ABC,
How
CNN,
did y'all let Trump
MSNBC,
win? If y'all
The
control the
View,
whole
the
world, how did
Kimmel.
y'all let Trump win? It does. I don't know. Does it?
You
How
guys,
does that happen?
control
One,
Hollywood
because of the grace of God and because we went
The-
out.
okay,
worked
now
for
we
him
have to
and
go to
worked for the
divine
campaign.
power to justify. Like your argument is so bad. It's so bad faith.
And just keep in mind, no evidence for any claim.
You
he
guys,
makes.
you guys cheated in 2020.
I don't have like a pack of evidence and links here to say
You have zero.
guys.
You've brought up
I
no
could,
evidence.
but
No,
I would have to get
zero.
off TikTok.
Sir, I just gave you a boatload of evidence. You guys aren't taking it in.
What
That's
was
not my
your
fault.
first point of evidence? What was that first point of evidence you brought up?
They already found that immigrants were voting, cemetery votes. There
Yes.
were people like
Dead
that-
people.
that
were
was-
That's not true.
Yep.
That's not true.
they had
No,
people
it
taking the
is.
election ballots.
So again, can I ask you, Pimp? I want you to respond to this clearly and concisely. When Donald Trump took to court 62 different times, a lot of the judges were appointed by Donald Trump himself. He took to the court all the evidence you're telling me about, dead votes, stuffing ballot boxes, all took this to court. And Trump appointed judges were like, this isn't true. And he lost those court cases, and then he lost the rest of them on standing. Real quick, do you know what standing is in court? Do you know what that is?
Yeah, if it
That's
stands.
like the basis of everything.
No,
isn't it?
no,
In
no.
case,
Do you know do any of y'all have an idea of what standing is?
like the facts, your case has to be built on something. Is that correct? Like,
Not really, but kinda.
okay.
You have to prove you've been harmed by the thing you're bringing up to the court. Donald Trump couldn't prove that. And then
Sir,
he lost the rest on evidence. He couldn't prove
Sir,
there was
these are
evidence.
Liberal judges, liberal.
I just said they were appointed by. I literally said they
And,
were
How?
appointed.
But
someone
how
brought up an
What do you
they're
mean liberal?
Democrats?
Trump appointed
How?
liberal
They're
judges. He must not
Democrats.
be a great person
So-
then if he's appointing people that hate him. I don't know.
Why the other day did Georgia find 315,000 unsigned votes that they counted in
Okay,
2020?
I don't. That's
You don't
that's-
understand that. You
that's
don't
not-
understand. You
that's-
don't. You don't. Okay, this is like okay. This is Baba's first like factual argument. Okay, so we're gonna be really nice with this one.
Well,
okay?
it goes.
So with
against
that
your
one,
beliefs. That's
wait,
why
give me
you
a
don't
sec.
think
So,
it's
so
correct.
that was in Fulton County, and what basically happened is there's a machine that counts the votes, right? It's called a tabulator, right?
Yes.
The tablet counts the votes, and after that, basically what is called a tabular tape. It's basically a receipt prints out saying, "Hey, this many votes got counted," and somebody has to sign off on those, and it's part of regulation that you sign off on those saying, "Yes, that's the correct amount of votes," right? Some of the tabulator tapes, especially this one you said, were not signed off of, so they weren't verified. Now, the reason that this doesn't matter is because Georgia, and specifically Fulton County, did a hand recount and multiple audits after the election. So it doesn't really matter tabulator tapes weren't signed, right, during the election, because they then did a hand recount and they still found that Biden won.
I mean, Biden cheated.
So you're saying
Okay.
315,000 votes don't matter?
No, what
recounted
I'm saying
them.
is that
Did you
they
listen?
recounted those votes by hand instead of using the tabulator, and they found that it had the exact same result, and that is Biden won.
Well, no. If you would have took 315,000 votes,
Okay,
Trump would have won
Okay,
Georgia.
okay, we're gonna do this again. When they said these votes were unverified, that means that when these votes were counted through the tabulator, the machine that counts the votes, right, the ballots after they've been like voted on by the citizens, right, the tabular tapes, which is basically the receipt the machine prints out, those weren't signed, right, and so they were unverified because the election officials forgot to sign the tabular tapes. Now this doesn't matter because after the election, Fulton County went back and they did a hand audit and they recounted those exact same ballots and they found that it still added up to Biden winning.
So
Let's see
why
if his
did they
brain
just
can
find
compute
out
it for
this
the.
week? So why did they just find it out last week? Why?
What? Oh my God! They're losing brain cells. I'm losing brain cells.
Nah.
We found out last
Here's
week.
another question: Why did 15%?
Wait, Kuzi, do you want to
More
respond?
Why does
Wait, Kuzi,
50% of the population commit?
Than in any other election? We're
Kuzi.
never going to agree on this. I
Kuzi.
think 2020 was stolen. You'll never convince me.
Okay,
otherwise.
Kuzi, can you please
Wonderful.
answer my question real quick? All the evidence you're yapping about on here, Donald Trump's same team brought before courts, right?
I believe our
Official
court systems are
federal
correct.
court, state courts, right?
Okay.
Some judges were appointed by Trump himself, and every single one of them, all 62, Trump lost them on lack of evidence and lack of standing.
yeah.
Are you telling me all
yeah.
62 of those courts were Democrat probes, even the judges appointed by Trump?
Not Democrat
they-
probes.
sir, they
No,
were
they,
out
they
to
just
get
didn't want to
Trump
hear the
from day
case. Or they
one.
just didn't want to
Hang
deal
on,
with
I
it.
can't. What? Let me hear Kuzi. They didn't what?
They didn't want to deal with it, or they didn't want to deal with the case.
Do you
not
understand
saying
what
they're
it means to
Democratic
lose a
probes,
case on
no.
lack of evidence?
I believe
You
our
mean they
judicial
reviewed?
system-
Do you know what
believe
that
the
they
judicial
reviewed
system
the
had no
evidence and they're
real
like,
say
this is
in
bullshit?
the final results of the matter.
Do you know the courts reviewed the evidence and then they were like, this is bullshit? You know that? You know that's how the legal system works here?
Sir, can I give you a 1-minute thought?
Wait, I want Kuzi to respond to that. You realize they looked at the evidence. All those
Listen,
courts
I'm just
looked
telling
at
you, you're
the
never going to
evidence.
convince me that 2020 was
Do you
not
want to
stolen.
respond to that evidence
No, you
argument?
can say anything. You could say anything. You'll never convince me.
Okay, why
otherwise.
did the courts look at the evidence? Trump appointed judges look at the evidence and were like, this is bullshit.
Because they're idiots.
Okay, and okay. That's your
Okay,
argument?
let
They're
me get
idiots?
This is
my-
like this. It's
let me get-
literally. It's
let me
it's
get
like
my
child.
1 minute
But
thought.
I'm sorry.
barely
I just want.
talked.
Sorry. I need to flex for a second. All right, over the partisan
And
bullshit.
there's
for
a
just
why
a
did
second.
1 in
Guys,
13
I'm
Democrat
sorry.
voters
So just
show
give me
up
a
in
second. Give me a
20?
second, guys.
Well,
I do
well,
my
can
own
I get my
research. I'm
1 minute
somebody.
thought?
Sorry, I'm an independent researcher. I do my own research. I make sure to actually look into things. I just made my website. I posted all my research notes there. It's in my link tree.
All right, but
While you're in my link tree, donate to my Patreon.
All right,
Okay?
let me
Please
get my
become a
one
member of
last
Patreon.
thought.
I'm
Thank
begging
you.
for money. Okay, I'm a poor black man living in the hood. Send the brother
Sir,
some money.
sir, let me,
I just want
sir,
to be
let me
sure we
get
all
my
know.
1 minute thought. Let
I'm
me
a
get
poor
my
white
1 minute
man.
thought.
Mhm.
So they were trying to get Trump from day one with the Russia.
Yep.
Like you guys were trying to scam
Nice
on
pivot.
him for
The-
Russia.
No, I'm
And
actually,
then-
I'm
and
no,
then-
I'm
Russia
glad. No,
investigation was
let's
based
talk
on,
about
right?
Russia.
And
Raynell,
then, like-
no,
and then,
everybody
like,
shut up.
2 weeks
Yes.
ago-
Raynell, take it
Yes.
away.
Yeah.
Raynell,
and
take
then
it away.
2
Go
weeks
ahead.
ago-
Yes. What
and
do
then
you think
2
was
weeks
what do you think
ago,
was
they-
what do you think was
they-
fraudulent about starting the Russia investigation? I think
Ringel,
that was a
what's your
perfectly
and
thought
fine
on
then,
this?
investigation.
and then
Are
2
you left
weeks
or right?
ago, they literally were spying on all the congressmen,
So?
cell phones,
You're a
and
leftist.
emailed.
So?
They were
Ren,
doing,
I got a question for you on that real quick. Hold on,
Spygate
Pimp Daddy.
for the
I'm gonna add to
Republicans.
your point, Pimp Daddy. Okay, why is it okay for y'all to complain about Russia with Trump, but then the person y'all are running for office, Miss Clinton, while she's in office, her husband's giving speeches in Russia for money?
Because
They
giving
reported on their tax returns they got paid millions of dollars, but there's no conflict of interest. You know, you'll call Trump a Russian puppet, but then you'll turn around and vote for someone else who's actually profiting from them.
because I think
That's what the left does.
I think that what in order for you to criticize whatever happened with Russia and Trump, okay, you just need to be able to criticize the ability of the FBI to investigate what happened, right? But I think that investigation was opened on solid ground, right? A friendly foreign government reported that George Papadopoulos was bragging about coordinating leaks with Russian officials, and they went to the FBI and they said, "Hey, George Papadopoulos is talking about coordinating Russian info leaks in order to affect the 2020 election." So they told the FBI and they opened an investigation. Do you think that's improper?
I just think it's disingenuous to complain about Russia and Trump.
I didn't ask what you
So
think
that's a
about my
non-answer,
complaints. I
number
said, do
one.
you think that that's a
Host
valid
it.
reason to open an
Host,
investigation?
I want you to look up Arctic Frost. Arctic Frost.
that a bubblegum flavor?
this is a, by the way, this is a yes or no. This is a yes or no question. Do you think that that's valid grounds to open an investigation? Yes or no?
I think it's loaded.
That's
what-
non-answer number two.
You guys try to hide the Hunter laptops.
Wait, wait, I'm gonna hold you guys to an answer.
That's pivot number one.
So, a foreign-friendly government, Australia, an Australian diplomat hears about a Trump official coordinating Russian leaks to affect the outcome of the election. They report it to the FBI. The FBI opens an investigation. Is that improper? Yes or no?
Who did she hear it from?
Non-answer number three.
An Australian diplomat. I already said that.
Yeah, who did that person hear it from?
George
Repeat
Papadopoulos.
your question one more time. I'll try to answer it as a MAGA person. What's your question?
So George Papadopoulos, a Trump campaign official, is talking about coordinating a leak of Russian leaked information in order to affect the outcome of the 2016 election. So a foreign-friendly government, a diplomat from Australia, reports that to the FBI. Do you think that the FBI was inappropriate for opening investigation on those grounds?
Yeah, they could open it, investigate it, but not persecute Trump.
They never did persecute Trump.
Well, they did eventually.
yeah,
Yeah, Trump
they-
was persecuted with the
they blamed
34
them.
No, I'm sorry.
felonies.
Those,
That has
those were
nothing
not,
to
those,
do
wait,
with
hold
the
on, hold on.
Russia.
Those were not
They
related to
blamed
the
him for
Russia investigation.
It was, yeah, it was. He had nothing to do with Russia.
Pimp,
Right.
do you,
So what are you complaining about? The only thing that Donald Trump had to deal with was investigations from the FBI. What was improper there? I'll even give you a little bit of leeway. There was some improper action by the FBI, but it never even led to any sort of prosecution. So I'm asking you, like, do you think what do you think was improper about the investigation?
My complaint isn't about the investigation, it's about the double standard in the parties.
You're
Thank
not
you.
concerned. So you're not concerned about the investigation. So
Irony.
whoever brought up the Russia shit is just bullshitting, right?
Well, I
My
want
point is, if you're going to complain about Russia, you have to look at your own party.
We're
too,
not.
and
Wait,
hold
hold
them
on.
accountable.
We're not complaining about Russia. What the reason that this came up is because somebody else was saying that the Russia hoax was evidence of persecution against Donald Trump. But you guys both agree. Hold on. I'm talking. So we both agreed that the FBI opening that investigation was proper, correct?
I wouldn't necessarily call it proper, but sure.
Wait, why? Why wasn't it? Why wasn't that proper? You wouldn't open an investigation if a foreign-friendly government told you that Trump campaign officials were talking about leaking Russian
Well,
information?
if they said Trump, I would not open that investigation. No,
The,
because
the,
Trump
the,
wouldn't do
time,
that. Trump
the timing
No,
of
Trump-
the
Trump
Oh my
wouldn't
god,
do
dude.
that.
Literally
Trump.
TDS in real time.
That's
so
your
right.
argument is
Holy
Trump
shit.
wouldn't do that.
TDA. You mean Trump derangement syndrome?
Can I-
So the
Koozie.
reason about Trump is like, oh, if it was against my daddy King Trump, I would never open an investigation. He'd
Koozie,
never
can
do
I
anything
ask you?
wrong.
Can I ask
It's
Koozie
insane.
something real quick? I'll shut up after this because I got my J6 debate in. Can I just ask Koozie one thing?
Yeah, what's up?
I would
You know
not.
how some people when they eat Oreos they'll like twist off the cookie part.
No,
like,
no, 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 no,
and-
no, 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 no,
and-
no, no, no,
and
no,
what-
no,
Are you
no,
gonna
no,
ask
no,
if I
no,
do that?
no, not here. Okay, we got
Come
better
on, what-
insults. We have to
what
make up.
Right,
We
look,
have to
I want- I
be. We
want
have
the
to be.
host to look
We have
up
to
Yeah,
be
be
creative. here.
creative, buddy. Come on.
Yeah, gotta
Lock
be
it.
creative. Use your
No.
noggin.
What's the
I
question?
want the host to look up some stuff on his computer. I want
What's
you
the
to look
question?
up.
Dude, I don't have a computer.
on your
Okay.
It's like
laptop.
4 people talking.
See,
I
Koozie wants to hear the question, Scratch.
No, don't ask the question.
These are the
He's being
pressing
mean.
questions
He's
they
being
want to know.
mean. He's being mean to you. He was about to say that you eat Tide Pods. It's not. It's a rude joke.
Oh my god.
Yo,
Well,
Rinlin, are you a
Popular.
Destiny lover like I am? Are you a Destiny king?
I'm a Destiny watcher.
No,
I watch him
Oh, you're
do
my
things.
king. You're my king.
I don't.
Rinlin.
I don't love him. Okay. I just
No.
watch his content.
No.
Sir, this ain't Grinder. That's a different app.
Okay, but let's continue. Okay.
What's your guys' thoughts on ICE and immigration? What's your guys' thoughts on that's a juicy subject? What's your thoughts
No, I
on
don't
that?
want to. Somebody brought up the Hunter Biden laptop story.
Oh my
I feel like
There it is.
I crackhead on TikTok, right? I don't know.
Huh?
It might be weird. I know certain things you can't say on TikTok.
you're not. So what's your guys' problem with the Hunter Biden laptop story? Like, what's the whole big deal there?
He's a crackhead.
Try to hide everything.
What?
Even the Facebook guy.
The Facebook guy,
What was his name?
Mark
The
Zuckerberg.
Facebook guy.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, even he tried to hide stuff.
Fuckerberg.
What did he try to hide?
Like he depressed Trump stuff
Why?
because you guys control media.
No, it's not true. The reason that Facebook depressed it is because they had a policy at the time
Actually, it
against
is
things
true.
that were potentially misinformation, and those things would be
Yeah, that's totally
temporarily
true.
demoted
Jason
until
Jackson.
third-party fact checkers could come in and
Who
verify. it.
asked
why-
them
And,
to do
and,
that?
do you
and
guys
within
have
six,
ABC?
give me a sec. Within six, can I finish? Within 6 days of October 14th, when the New York Times story broke on Hunter Biden laptop story and the emails, the video was like restored to like normal, or the article was restored to normal, like levels of engagement.
Well, why do you guys have ABC, CNN, MSNBC? They every single bad name is on the View.
What do you
Kimmel.
watch, pimp?
Sir, 90% of the media against even the
Pimp,
entertainment.
pimp. What media do you watch?
Fox News.
Yep. Okay. Yep. There we go.
But
Believe it or
I'm
not, you
trying to
probably
tell
say
you,
I watch
why
Fox
do you
News
guys-
too, but I watch everyone. I actually watch.
I was hoping to get
CNN.
better
I watch
engagement on the
NBC.
Hunter Biden laptop.
Why
Holy
do
Because
you
shit.
I
guys-
like
why
seeing
do you
I'm
guys
low-tier
watch
shit.
the View?
down. I get
You guys don't even know
enjoyment.
the regular talking points. That's worse.
I get enjoyment out of seeing people melt down over what Trump is doing. I watch CNN. I watch MSNBC.
Have
I
you
watch
ever
them.
watched
I
The
watch
View?
them all.
Have you ever
I
watched
love
The
watching
View?
Rachel Maddow melt down.
I get
every
enjoyment
week
over
with
watching my
Trump.
president do
Funny.
terrible things and then pretending like he doesn't. True.
No,
Have
it's
you
not
guys
doing
ever
terrible
watched The
things.
View?
I would go even further than Trump
No.
if I was president. Again, I'm very far right. I'm far right. That's my politics.
Everybody is woke.
I get my news from Destiny, pimp.
I used to vote for Obama.
That's
I
not any
lied
better.
about-
Okay. I'm sorry if you're
I li-
if you get news from Destiny. That's not great. That's not good.
I used to vote for Obama, but he lied about everything,
Romney,
and he
Trump,
controlled,
Trump.
and Obama controlled the media.
True.
Obama controlled the media. Then how did he let Trump beat Hillary Clinton?
It's because they didn't expect him to win.
Trump's the
People
goat.
turned out to
That's
vote
all
for
there
him.
is to it.
We are
End of
genuinely
story.
in like a race to the bottom in IQ between these three people.
Where? I need to know, pimp. Where you're like saying, do you think Biden was like a mastermind with the whole like just doing like the black man or I didn't mean to say that. I mean like the black shadow man. That's what I'm trying to say.
No,
like
Joe
pulling the
Biden
puppet
had
strings.
dementia.
He had
had
dementia.
Obama-
Biden was
he had Obama
amazing.
to pull
He
the
knew how to
strings.
breathe.
He had
So-
Get
Obama.
Obama to pull the
Okay, so if the
Obama was
Democrats are like
2020.
secretly running the country, like, and doing all this crazy stuff, like these trans Tifa soldiers over here, these fucking thing, like, how are they letting Republicans? I just don't get it. Like, if they're so good at hiding their control over here, and like Obama's secretly the president and whatever, like, how are they letting this stuff happen? I don't understand.
What happened? What?
Letting Republicans win.
Because they made sure they didn't cheat
Won
this
because
year.
they came out in numbers and we fought for it.
The,
It
the
wasn't easy.
Republicans made sure
and
the
plus
Democrats
remember-
didn't cheat while the Democrats were in power.
Plus, remember, you guys had COVID, so
Yes.
Why didn't they cheat the 24 election?
Why?
So
you
I
guys
actually
had
have a
Why
COVID.
wouldn't
question
you look
about
at the
voting
It never
numbers?
makes sense. It never makes sense. When
Why
Trump
in
is in power, he
2020?
has the least amount of power.
Why in
When the Democrats are in
2020
power, they
did-
have the least amount of power. It's
Why
like,
in
what?
2020 did 15 million more people vote than in
And
any
all this-
other
again, all
Because
this
more people
evidence
were
was brought to
motivated to
courts.
show up and vote. Wow.
All this evidence was brought to courts, and you know what the court said? They
What?
said this evidence is bullshit.
Why is it bullshit? It's a good
Well,
question.
hold
It's
on,
actually a good
They say it's
question.
bullshit.
Look
Let
at
me
the
ask
numbers.
that question in a different way, really quick.
Well,
One
know
in
what he's
13 voters, 1 in 13 voters that showed up in 2020 to vote for Joe Biden did not show up in 2024 to vote for Kamala Harris. Is it because they don't like women, or is it because they don't like brown people?
So here's
No, it's
why.
because of like
So, I don't-
Palestine and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure. Like a lot of
No,
people don't
it's
show
not.
out to
Stop.
vote
No, it's
because
not.
of
This is why. There was unprecedented turnout in 2020. I don't know if you remember what was happening around 2020, but there was a certain
Yeah.
thing going around the entire world
Yeah,
that had
the
everybody
Democrats-
stay at home, right?
the
So there was
Democrats-
unprecedented access. I'm talking. There was unprecedented access to mail-in ballots, so a lot of people didn't need to go in to vote. Everybody was fucking home. They didn't have anywhere to be, so why not vote? Everybody was more politically aware for that same reason. They didn't have anything better to do. And it was a particularly divisive election. Donald Trump was historically unpopular. Of course, people are going to show up in record numbers where they wouldn't in 2024 because they
And
had to sit
Donald
through
Trump
4
got
years of
record
absolute
votes
bliss
last
with Joe
time. It's
Biden. That's why.
crazy, right?
They
He
got
didn't
4
show
years to
up
sit
for
through
Biden.
absolute
Not even-
bliss with Joe
He didn't
Biden.
show up for
Right? So people
Obama
weren't
when he
as
was-
people weren't as radicalized in 2024 as they were in
I-
2020.
why-
just-
That's
I
the
think
answer.
Democrats
So if
just
you
don't
want to
like
cope about it,
women,
that's
man.
fine. If you want to cope about it, that's fine. That's why you three
Yeah.
have no fucking
True.
self-control and have to scream over me the entire time while you ask a question and I answer. I'm sorry if I'm interrupting your interruption with my answer. That's exactly why. If you want to pick up arms about that, that's fine. But don't pretend like you don't have the answer to that question, because if you have like any sort of
Hey.
critical thinking skills, it's pretty
Alright,
easy
so-
to.
Learn to take a joke, man. Democrats make everything about identity politics all the
Yep.
time. I get to pick at y'all too. So
What do y'all y'all talk
So-
about trans
so,
people? Like
So during that election year, right?
Trans
Why
people
was
are-
Donald
it's
Trump
LGB
up-
and that's it. Anything above
Why
LGB
was Donald
is
Trump up on the
insanity.
votes, and then 2 weeks later, the Democrats won that election?
Donald Trump was up in the votes before the overtime ballots started getting counted.
Exactly, and 2 weeks later, they had to call the election.
That doesn't cause
maybe
that
because
doesn't-
the
Because
pandemic
that doesn't
was
prove
going.
fraud.
because you
Freaking
fought,
Them-
yeah, because
them-
you found millions and
Them
millions
counting
of
the mail-in
extra
ballots,
votes.
them counting the mail-in ballots last does not prove fraud. What do you
Sir,
think that
this
proves?
never happened. Sir,
It
this
proves
never
mail-in
happened in
out-
American
out-
history.
mail-in
I'm sorry, but Pimp,
Yes,
do you?
because we didn't have a remote election like
Yeah,
that. There was
because we had
unprecedented access
COVID,
to the mail-in
and you
to
guys
mail-in
found a
ballots.
way
That
to
doesn't prove
cheat.
vote. That doesn't prove fraud.
Pimp, do you realize that Trump's cronies before the election were saying that Trump was probably going to lose, but they're just going to declare victory anyway? Like Steve Bannon saying that Trump was probably going to lose, and
No,
they
I
acknowledged that the
don't- I
votes
don't
would spike
remember
because
that.
of the difference
And
in
Robert
counting
Trump.
of mail-in votes. Do you acknowledge that
don't-
they all
I-
said that?
No, I don't remember that. I remember that.
Okay, well here,
was up
let's just say they did say
95%.
that. Let's just say they did say that. What would be your thought on it?
During that year, Trump was up 95. Like
So
he
that's
had
a not answer number
95%
one. Let me try to ask
chance
the
of
question.
winning. And
Wait,
then
are you
2
saying
weeks later,
Donald
they called
Trump
it
had
for Joe Biden.
95% odds coming up to the election?
No, that's
Yes,
not
he was
true.
up
That's
by-
bullshit.
He was
You're
up by a lot.
delusional. You're delusional.
Everybody thought, just like everybody thought.
No,
he was
not
gonna
everybody
win
thought.
this year.
Donald Trump was asking his advisors if it would be a smart decision to inject bleach into your arm. The American people did not want Donald Trump back. This is a delusion that's been fully manufactured by people
They did
on
not
the
want-
right.
Yes, they did. Donald Trump's the GOAT. They wanted Trump back. And
We
that's a
understand
fact.
that
Donald Trump's
we
the
understand
goat.
that you're deranged. We understand that you're deranged. Okay, it's okay.
I'm not
I'm not
deranged.
asking you. Obviously, you think
You
that
have
Donald
no
Trump
idea
is
what
God.
you're
I
doing.
understand.
Sir,
We
I
know.
just
We know
told
you think Donald Trump is
Sir,
God.
I
It's
just
fine. I
told
wasn't
you.
asking you, Kuzi.
Sir,
I
I
don't
just
think
told
he's
you I'm
God.
a
No, I
minority
think
and I
there's
voted
God,
for
then there's
Obama.
Trump in America, then family, then
He doesn't
friends.
change. You
Sir, I
Trump
support
before family? Lock
you
in.
support
Sir, I
an
just told you, I voted-
insurrectionist traitor,
I voted
and you're
for
destroying the
Obama.
United States.
Who said that first off?
I used
I
to
said
vote
that.
for Obama, and now I
Big
vote.
Daddy, I thought you were on
I
my
used to be a
side.
Democrat.
Wait,
No, I'm trying to
wait,
say
you
like
used to vote for Obama? Don't why
Yeah,
why,
but
why were you talking about the
but-
Russia investigation then? That happened under
but that
under Obama.
identity
Or did
that
Banklund?
identity
Who just
crisis.
called me a traitor
vote for
first off?
Obama because I'm black. Oh, vote for Kamala because she's a woman.
I didn't
That
call
shit
you a
don't work
traitor.
with
That's what
me.
we've
I
been
said you
waiting.
support a
At
traitor.
point.
He's not a traitor.
He is.
not-
If you
he's not a
voted
traitor.
for Trump, you are a traitor.
If
In
you
fact.
hate
Yeah,
Trump,
I'd call you a
America,
traitor. Yeah,
get
I think
out
that's fine.
if you think that.
Damn, we live
You
rent
support
free
a
in y'all's
traitor,
heads.
and you are destroying my country.
This isn't your country. It's
Oh,
my
boo
country.
hoo, he'll be
It's
out
our
of
country
office.
now.
in 3
Okay.
years. Calm down.
You're destroying
Allegedly.
the country. Then
Exactly.
there you go.
Long live America.
And are
long live the
you
American
libtards
Empire.
gonna
Long
get
live
mad
President
when
Trump.
JD Vance is gonna be in 28?
Yep.
Are y'all gonna say it's rigged when he loses?
He's
Yes.
not gonna. We'll make
If
sure
he does,
doesn't.
though, are y'all gonna
No.
say it's rigged?
Yes.
Oh, so you want
not
A-
gonna.
No,
so you want
okay.
We'll make sure he
AOC?
doesn't.
Wait,
He's not
hold on.
gonna.
Kuzi,
We
Kuzi,
live
No,
in
hold on.
this-
Hold on.
Kuzi and Pimp. Actually, all of the Trump supporters. I want you to answer this question. Do you think that the 2024 election was fraudulent?
No.
Elections in 2024.
Why do you think? Why do you think Donald Trump was like posting instances of alleged fraud in Philadelphia before he won, and then he dropped all of the allegations after he won?
Because he wants to
won.
make
I
sure
mean,
it don't
there
happen
were some
again.
things
Wait,
that
because he
probably
won?
shouldn't have
Oh,
not
Kuzi's
happened.
No,
okay.
because-
Kuzi's changing.
because
Kuzi's
you
flipping.
didn't
He's
listen
saying
to
there
what
is fraud now.
I said because he doesn't want to make sure it didn't happen again, like in 2020.
Yeah.
Dude,
He's
do you
being
Wait,
cautious.
hear
no, he was
yourself?
posting.
Oh
He was
my
posting
God.
evidence. He was saying that there was evidence of fraud in Philadelphia, and then
Yeah,
as soon
the
as he won
election
the
was
election,
going
he
on,
dropped
Of
it.
course, you would bring up, hey, yeah, I think
Why
fraud's
didn't he
going
bring it
on
up
here.
after? Why didn't he bring it up after?
Because he won.
Uh,
Oh,
win,
I
why
thought
would
if you really
you
cared about
drop?
election, if
That's
you
the-
really
that's a
cared,
wrong
if you,
answer, by the
if you
way.
really cared about, wait, I thought you cared about like elections being like integrity of the elections. Wouldn't you want to pursue
I
fraud
do,
even if you won
integrity of
elections?
elections is
No,
So
we
why-
care about
why-
winning elections. We don't care about
Ooh.
Sir,
integrity.
why in New York City the immigrants could get a no-name ID?
Does that mean they could vote?
It should be federal law that you have to show your ID to vote.
Why? Wait,
Yes,
first of all,
it should be,
wait,
I
hold
agree.
up, Kuzi. First of all, it absolutely should not be federal law.
It should be
States have
federal law,
absolute
yes.
states have constitutional authority of their own elections.
I think
Well, you
it's true.
Democrats-
I believe the
Wait,
election should
do you
be.
wait? I'm
I
sorry. I'm sorry.
believe
Do
the
you not
presidential
agree?
election should be
I'm sorry. I'm
federalized.
sorry. Do you believe in unconstitutional laws, Kuzi?
Oh my God,
Sir,
you folks
you
on the left.
Democrats-
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sir,
Wait.
you
I'm,
Democrats-
You folks
you
on
can-
the
you
left
can
with
bitch
your
and- you can bitch and
constitution.
moan-
Oh my God.
Kuzi, you can bitch
Sir,
and moan
you
all you want about
Democrats
this,
want
but the
one,
Constitution is very clear. It gives authority of election. It gives authority of elections to the states. why
Kuzi
we
believes in
liberal college.
2020
Sir, you
these
Democrats
Terminator
wanna
illegal
vote by
immigrants
phone.
and millions secretly. And Kuzi believes in 2020 these Terminator illegal immigrants secretly voted and never got caught.
Bro.
We don't even talk about like the dumb fuck. shit
Where
they
are
think
these
about
illegal
2020.
immigrants that are like God? Where
No,
are
we-
these
we-
people?
No,
Sir,
no, no.
you
We
Democrats
don't. No. Hold up.
Sending
We don't
them
need to
back
get into
where
the
they
fraud
belong.
conversation. I hear
No, we
more
already
of the
went
fact that Kuzi believes in blatantly unconstitutional federal law.
You're putting words in my mouth.
You-
Did I
well,
ever
you
do that?
You said
These
now,
James
Kuzi-
Bond
now,
illegal
Kuzi-
immigrants.
Now, Kuzi, you say I'm putting words in your mouth, but you just said that ID law should be federal policy when
Should
the
be,
Constitution
yes.
very clearly gives the authority of states to conduct elections the way they see fit, even for federal elections. Because again, it is a
Listen,
state
why-
that conducts their
I'm gonna
elections.
ask you
So
something.
why
Why
do you
don't
wait?
you
No,
think
I'm
you
I'm
should
I'm
be
gonna
able to
keep.
show your
I'm
ID
gonna
to
ask this
vote?
question again.
Why?
Why do
What's
you
wrong
think?
with that?
What in the Constitution makes you think the federal government can usurp state authority when it comes to elections? Why do you think that is acceptable? What constitutional
It is
basis do you
acceptable.
have for that
It's
opinion?
acceptable because it does not hurt anyone. It's acceptable.
Wait, no, wait, hold up. I'm sorry. It doesn't hurt anyone to have limits on the First Amendment by any technical standard. So why do you believe that the federal government should be able to usurp the Constitution and take away the rights of the state to conduct elections the way they see
That's
fit.
not. It's not taking the rights of the state away
It absolutely does. It
It's not
absolutely
taking the rights of the state
yeah,
at all.
yes,
Let
actually,
me
yes,
answer
Requiring
yes,
one.
people
actually,
to show their ID to
Kuzi,
vote.
let's run this
How
back.
the hell does that go
Kuzi,
against the Constitution? How?
Because
States
again,
run their
the
elections.
federal government has no authority to tell a state how to conduct their own election.
But let me ask you a question.
It's not saying the
Unless
Constitution that the
unless
federal
it comes
government
to a
can't tell a
13th
state that, yay, you should show your ID if you're voting.
But again,
That's
what
dictating to the states how to run their
again-
elections.
Yeah,
You're not
that's
allowed to
against
do
the
that.
10th
All it's
Amendment.
dictating is that
Again,
they should
Kuzi,
show
let's-
their ID.
Okay,
It's
Kuzi,
Yeah, that's
dictating
regulating a
Kuzi,
state's
Kuzi,
election. The federal
Kuzi.
government can't do that, Kuzi.
Kuzi,
do you
wait, no.
think-
Here, let's be real. Kuzi, you're giving a feels argument. What is the constitutional basis for that opinion that you think the federal government should do that? What in the Constitution gives the federal government that authority over states?
Election integrity.
Okay, where in the Constitution does that exist?
Do you
Well, it
think we
doesn't.
should
There's
be able
nothing
to
in
vote?
that.
Oh wait, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't
No
exist in the
amendment, but-
Constitution. The Constitution doesn't give
So-
the federal
so-
the federal
so you think
government
we
the
should-
right to do that for election integrity. So
doesn't.
again,
It
what you're
doesn't talk a
what you're
lot
proposing is
about
unconstitutional
presidential
law.
election.
So
Okay,
you think
so
we
again-
should
How
be
it should
able
be
to
run
vote by
and,
phone?
you know,
Again,
but it doesn't.
what? Please cite an article of our Constitution or an amendment where in our Constitution and in our constitutional setup of federalism, where is that authority given to the federal government to usurp the state's right to set their election laws?
It's neither there nor it's neither
So-
there
so, okay,
or not there. You know,
Okay, now,
So wait,
now
wait.
answer
So
my
what
question.
you're saying is what you're saying is you're unsure that there is constitutional authority
Sir,
for the federal
answer my
government to do that.
question.
No, I want Kuzi to answer this. So you're saying that you don't know if there is actual constitutional authority of the federal government to be able to institute a policy like that. Is that what you're saying, Kuzi?
Pimp, are you asking me that?
No, I'm asking you that, Kuzi.
I wanna
what I'm
ask you a
asking you is
question.
I believe the federal government does have authority to.
by what
They can't
by
directly,
what mechanism?
They directly can't.
By
do
what
certain things
mechanism?
with elections with each state, but showing an ID, I don't think would go against the Constitution.
Okay, wait.
That's my answer to your question.
So wait. So you think that the federal government can impose policies on the state's election policy? You believe that is a
For
constitutional authority that is given to
presidential
them.
election, yes.
Wait. It doesn't matter why they're doing it. Do you believe there is a mechanism within our Constitution for the federal government to institute policy on state elections? Yes.
Yes,
or no?
there is.
Where?
We could call a convention of states and then we could vote on it.
You're right.
The
We could add
constitutional-
add another amendment. You're right.
Yeah,
we
you
could
can
change
add
the
an
Constitution.
amendment.
So but again, as our Constitution stands at the moment, what mechanism of authority does the federal government have to enact that policy?
Currently, the states have the right to do that.
Yes.
Now, each
Yeah,
state
The
would have
states,
to,
yeah,
institute
not the
ID
federal
policy.
government.
each
The
state would
states.
have to adopt that as their
Yes,
own.
yes,
They would have to
yes.
choose it. But my
The
question
states,
to
not the
you
federal government.
is-
We're talking about the federal government.
Yes.
Yes, I know,
Kuzi
and I've
wants
answered the question.
the federal government to impose this policy upon
Alright,
states.
Here's a
Kuzi
question.
wants unconstitutional laws to be passed upon the states. Kuzi does not believe in federalism.
Well,
Kuzi believes on a
the
top-down.
real-
Kuzi believes in top-down federalist policy, which is arguably fairly authoritarian, and again, a very centralized view for a conservative I believe that conservatives believe in states' rights, but apparently not states'
you
rights
believe
to
conservatives believe in
conduct an
anything?
election in the way that they want.
Well,
So, Banquet, my question here is, do you think that non-U.S. citizens should be influencing who the electors of a state cast their ballot for?
I don't want to hear it from a single Republican that did not support the Mueller investigation to tell me that a fucking foreign agent can involve himself in our election.
I love
Absolutely,
this
shut the
dude.
fuck up on that one.
Do you
you
think
Real
that-
as
shit.
fuck.
Do you think
Real
that
as fuck.
well, hold on, guys. Do you think that a non-U.S. citizen should influence who an elector submits their vote for?
No,
the
absolutely not.
president?
No,
Oh,
absolutely.
so when
Illegal
you
immigration
have
not be able to.
non-citizens,
here's a question.
No, hold on. When you have non-citizens here that may or may not be able to put a ballot in because we don't have voter ID, then are they not influencing who the elector puts their ballot in?
By the way,
I could
guys,
maybe- I would-
good job
I would
keeping the
probably-
YouTube audience entertained while I scroll on Instagram Reels. 40 people.
Yeah. Let
Good
me
job.
say this. It
Oh, we're on
probably
YouTube,
isn't.
too?
It probably isn't the world's worst policy to have voter ID laws. But it is a states' rights decision. It is, again, if you believe in federalism and you believe in the constitutional order that we currently live under, the federal government has no authority to institute this policy
Well,
upon the states.
Sometimes
Also, I don't know.
change
The
the
biggest
better.
problem is I don't know if conservatives just think that like if you don't show an ID, you just throw a piece of paper at a person and they count it, and that's how the votes work. Like this
Yeah,
this
the
isn't like
Democrats-
without photo ID
well, the
laws. It's not like
Democrats
these ballots
done
go
a
through
call-in
zero
vote.
forms of auditing.
What do you
like
think
it's
about the call-in votes?
call-in votes?
The what vote?
You're talking about
Call
mail-in
your
votes.
votes in.
No, you're literally too stupid for this conversation because you're talking about mail-in votes.
Please let me
No,
make the
call
Oreo
your
comment on
vote.
Pimp.
Oreo.
I gotta be
mail-in
real,
votes-
Pimp. You're not doing great for your side.
Hey, you know
so
what? You know what the saddest
my
thing is?
only issue with the mail-in votes is that
Oh
we
my
don't have
God,
that
you guys-
person there in person filling out the ballot. So
Yeah.
there's no way to actually vet if they're the person who filled in the
Actually
bubbles.
filling it out.
Maybe they just have the fucking signature. It might not even be their signature.
Dude, if
It
I
just
showed
shows
up with my friend's ID who I kind of look like, how are you gonna prove that it's actually me or them voting? Like
But
there's obviously
which one is easier
fallibility.
to
There's
do? I mean,
fallibility to any type of voter.
Is it
voter
easier
security.
to fill in a ballot on a piece of paper when you're in another room in another state?
Is
and
it
put
easier?
in?
Yeah. Is it completely insulated? Absolutely not. Again, here's my question: is there any evidence of Is there any evidence or proven evidence
Please
of
don't say
widespread?
white. Please don't
Yes,
say
yes,
widespread.
yes.
That's
Is
a
there
qualifier.
any proven
True.
evidence of widespread fraud
That's like
in
there's
any
not
election?
widespread
Or
unaliving,
meaningful.
just some over here. You know, I mean
Yeah, of course, of
Wait,
course.
yeah,
there's-
wait, no,
there-
yeah.
yes,
if
there's
you're
gonna be-
judging if you're
there's
judging
gonna
the
be-
effect of a policy, widespread
Yeah.
should be the goal,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, and
Like,
that's
if
what
you're
Donald
saying-
Trump was claiming the whole
if you're
time,
saying-
that there was massive widespread voter fraud.
Yeah,
if I'm saying drinking water,
Riley,
hold on. If I'm saying
let's ask the
drinking
conservatives.
water kills somebody, right? If I'm saying drinking water kills somebody, and I say, well, look, 2 people actually drowned to death. That's not widespread, right? You're not actually proving anything. You can
But
point
here's
at
the
2
other thing,
instances of fraud, right? That doesn't
we-
prove an actual problem with the
Again,
legislation.
let's
we had a federal election. I think
He
it
doesn't
was
want to answer the
Bush-
question.
I
Well,
think it
clearly
was
he doesn't.
Bush
You have to hold
versus
him to
Al
fine.
Gore. Hold on, Bush
Al
versus Al Gore. It was decided by what, like less than 1,000 votes in Florida. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be widespread to alter the outcome of an election.
Well,
That
from
wasn't
the-
that
from the
These were
voter
majority-
outcome
fraud?
determinative. Nothing in 2020 was found that was outcome determinative.
Yeah,
either.
again, is there
2020 was stolen,
obviously, yes,
and that's all
obviously
there is to it.
there's gonna
You
be
have TDS, it's
slight
okay.
instances. There will
You have
obviously be slight
TDS.
instances of fraud, and
TDS
this
is
happens
Trump
on both
derangement
sides. And I'm never
syndrome.
gonna
That's
say
something the
that.
left suffers from, not the right.
Exactly. Donald Trump's micro somehow scattered your fucking frontal
Oh.
cortex so hard that you just can't see straight
Mr.
anymore.
Bucky's, this is why your
Listen, people on the
analogy
left, it's like
is
people on the
dumb.
left live in a totally different reality than us on the right.
If-
I agree.
Yes.
Whenever
If
you
Donald
open your
Trump
eyes,
is-
you think of Donald Trump's beautiful pecs, and I see a fat fucking idiot.
Well,
Right?
no,
like,
no. Wait.
I
Kuzi
see
makes
a
a good.
patriot and I
No,
see
no.
a
Kuzi's
goat,
Kuzi's
someone that
making a
stands
good
for
point here.
America no matter what.
exactly, because you have
No, no,
TDS.
Wait, no.
No, you have
Kuzi
TDS
makes a good
all
makes a
you
good
do
point here.
is hate
The
him,
right and the
and that's all
left
you
do
think
in
about is
fact
hating
live in
the man.
different factual realities. The difference is that the left lives in the real world and the right lives in like complete fucking tard land.
Conservatards.
Yes.
The left lives. Okay, first of all, left
Yeah,
is,
stay mad. Stay
left
mad.
is
Fuck you.
mad, it's women all ugly. All the great people on the right. If you want to go, like, if you want to talk that way, the right has everything. So I mean, I don't know. why
Kuzi, were you
wanna
not
be
the
on
one
one.
saying that no
I
matter
don't
what
know.
evidence?
Actually, the right has everything except for public approval ratings.
Banquet
right now,
and
so
Ren,
good job.
y'all were not
Well,
in
they
here,
do
but
have.
literally
they do have a lot of one
Kuzi-
thing, and it's pedophiles. That's what they have
Kuzi
a
said
lot
no
of.
matter what evidence we brought up, we would never change his mind that the election was
The right
stolen.
has
And you
everything.
want to
No,
call
I
us
don't
factual
know.
Evidence is
deniers?
bogus on
No,
the
I've been
20. I was
in these
telling
TikTok
you,
debates for a
honest.
while. I'm well aware that every conservative is just completely brain broken, and we are going to have re-education camps whenever Chairman Gavin takes
Re-education.
power in 28.
You're a fascist.
Chairman
Yes,
Newsom.
Oh, he's a
yes.
fat.
Yes, I am a left-wing authoritarian. Whenever we fucking finally put you people out of power, yeah,
It's
we're
a
putting
far
Gavin.
left
Yo, can we
We're gonna-
banquet?
we're
Can we
Is that-
prosecute?
okay, I'm a
we're
far
going to
right.
I'm so
Nuremberg.
happy
So
for
are
the
you
Second
fascist?
Amendment right
Yes,
now.
every single cabinet member will be getting a Nuremberg trial.
Please,
Nuremberg
please,
style
no.
trial.
speak, my
No
king,
need to
my
do a bird
king.
trial.
Yes, we are going to be sending. We are going to be spending
Another
most-
DGG,
most-
huh?
Basically,
Comey,
anyone that
Jackson.
anyone that
I am a
anyone with
Destiny GGer all the way.
Yeah, so
Jack Smith
anyone
should
that
be hung.
anyone that has a
He should
Trump
be
sticker on their
hung
car,
for
yeah,
the
anyone with a Trump
Hello.
sticker in their car or that wears the Trump hat in the public, they are going to a re-education camp.
Scratch is
100%.
close to ending. Wait.
Oh my
Scratch is
God,
close
my
to
boy
ending.
Cringy's
Yes,
up here. I love.
glad you figured it
Cringy's
out.
my guy.
Dude, wait, Scratch, you put your alt account in here? That's crazy, bro.
That's not my ult. That's my brother.
Yo, when I click on Banquet,
Dude,
why
I
does
love
it
you.
put up Scratch's account?
No, it's cringy is Scratch's alt. Come on, dude. You gotta know the
Cringy,
memes.
answer
Holy
my
shit.
DM.
Come on, dude.
I will. Don't worry. I'll
Okay.
get.
Ooh, are you and Bentley
Banquet,
having an
dude.
abortion
No,
convo?
Banquet, dude. Where'd you been, bro? I've been.
I got a new job and moved, and I have been kind of locked into like working a lot.
No, we're in a
Wait,
and
what
the
job?
past couple
relationship actually.
the past couple of days have dragged me out of my shell. I'm legitimately too
Nice.
angry about what I've seen in the 8 days of this current year, to where I had to I had to put the mask back on.
Wait, do you want to be even angrier?
I don't think I could be right now.
Go read the January 6th timeline that they put up on the White House.
Do you want to be
me.
even
Oh my
angrier? Go
God.
read the fucking tweet by Pam Bondi.
Wait, do y'all want a good book
regarding the Minnesota
recommendation? I don't. Maybe y'all have already read it, but it's my favorite book. I already told Scratch about it.
That shit actually pissed me off. I read the fucking Pam Bondi tweet about the Minnesota fraud, and she's actively commentating on ongoing investigations and rarely mentioning the ethnicity of the people.
Yeah, actually, you wanna hear the real crazy take? Here's my real crazy, like, and this is maybe it gets a little right wing here. All the men from this administration get the Nuremberg trials. All the women are getting turned into handsmaids. Pam Bondi's gonna be a fucking handsmaid after this shit. I'm sorry. Like, no, you got to do it to him. No, these people don't deserve fucking humanity at the end of this
What's up, Batman?
administration. We're gonna have to like have some guillotines.
Banquet. I can recommend a book that will make you more angry than
disavow.
what Trump put on the website.
Oh God, what?
Have you
Matt-
read the entire?
Oh my god, completely unrare, predictable Matt nuclear sighting, guys.
Have
What's
you
up?
read the entire J6 committee report?
Yes.
Sighting
Okay.
is crazy.
That
Jack
you would
Smith
already.
Moggs. Jack Smith Moggs. Jack Smith
Yeah,
report
no,
Moggs.
Jack Smith absolutely mogged. No, so yeah, we're gonna do Nuremberg on these fucking people. And now with the Venezuela thing, this is kind of the only good thing about the Venezuela thing, is we're finally breaking enough international law to where even if Trump gives the fucking pardons, we still might be able to pull off an international court Nuremberg trial.
And
So honest to God, that might have been the best thing they did for us.
Yeah.
You think-
international
Oh no, I
court's not
think
good.
the best thing that we can do is win midterms and get this guy impeached.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously that would be sick.
Are
as
we gonna
fuck,
have
but
cuck
no,
Republicans though?
No,
Vote
but we
no.
don't. No, I don't even want him impeached. I want these people to hang, like truly, and I mean it. Hang.
I disavow.
In the
Disavow.
In
Disavow.
In Minecraft.
I disavow.
Disavow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
I
are we
was-
talking
I
about?
was-
Hanging somebody because of their political beliefs? It's
No,
Yo,
no,
Batman.
no, no, hold up,
Batman,
no,
I
no.
need you to go
Absolute.
back to
Wait,
Gotham
hold up.
there.
No. Not because of their political beliefs. I wouldn't say hang the average MAGA voter. I would say hang the people that have
Oh,
instant-
calm down, Carlo, bro. Calm down. Put the brakes. Inside
sorry,
thoughts.
that's a TikTok
Inside thoughts.
Sorry.
Inside thoughts.
Sorry.
Inside
I would
thoughts.
no.
Inside
Sorry.
thoughts.
Sorry, maybe I didn't say that clear enough. I would not.
Well, in fact, this is
I
inside
would-
enough that I'm gonna kick you for the next 5 minutes. Take a laugh.
We love the TikTok shop.
Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
5
Yeah,
minutes.
that's
I'll
crazy.
be back in 5 minutes, Bakeman.
No, but
okay.
Batman.
What's the topic we're talking about? What's the topic we're talking
Trump.
about? No, I understand that, but what exactly?
Anything.
He
I
does a lot
know
of stuff. that
even
people
saying
don't
it about the politicians is bad. Okay.
We've been jumping back and forth
Inside
on different
thoughts.
topics.
Inside thoughts.
Okay. If you want my opinion, I think you should talk about J6. If you defend that, I think that would be lovely.
Okay, you want me to talk? I don't know. I'm not going to talk about something I don't know much.
Of course, you don't know any. You support Trump, though, right?
Yeah.
But you don't know
But-
anything about. That's typical MAGA, but okay.
No, it's not typical anything.
It is typical.
It's just something
you
I don't
completely
care. It's
ignore
just
one of the
something I don't care
largest
about.
events of Donald Trump's career because it makes him look terrible, and you ignore it because the implications look terrible and it's indefensible.
No, I disagree with destroying said Venezuelan drug boats that may or may not have been drug boats. I disagree with that. To say that I don't disagree with everything he does is completely wrong and immoral in a way.
You still
What about
voted
like ICE
for him.
officers murdering people? How do you feel
Yeah, I
about
mean, like
that?
at a certain point, like if you're gonna vote and then vocally support a certain candidate, you are kind of co-signing their actions.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
It absolutely is.
It absolutely is not, because
Were you aware Trump like essayed women when you voted for him? Did you know that?
I'm aware that not during the time that I would have voted for him,
Okay.
but in that time of yes, he has done. some sketchy stuff.
Did Kamala Harris ever do anything as bad as essaying a woman?
Well, Kamala
Well, she
Harris
had a
would
funny-
most
Can you
likely
think of
never.
anything,
laugh.
anything in her entire
Yeah, she-
career that she
yeah,
did
she had a
that
weird
rose
laugh.
to that level?
I mean, there's been proof of her sleeping with senators.
Is
Who
that
cares?
rising to the level of essaying a woman in your mind?
No, but it would give you the power.
Okay,
of
again, so my question still stands. Can you think of one thing that Kamala Harris did that was worse than Donald Trump essaying a woman?
There's also not enough proof that that ever happened.
Okay, can you name one piece of evidence that was brought up in the E. Jean Carroll civil case that you disagree with?
The fact that it happened like 30 years ago.
That's not a piece of evidence. A piece
But
of
it is, though.
evidence of
But,
the case.
The thing is
It's not
that
though.
what happened.
Can you name even one piece of evidence that was brought up in the case? No, because you've never looked at the case, have you? You just heard what Fox News and Tim Pools told you, and you slurped up their cum droplets, didn't you?